Welcome back to the channel, YouTube. It's Padded Card Scale Dreams. Just want to thank everyone for their support in the last couple of videos. Although I haven't done a video in 2 weeks, I've been watching some videos, but I haven't really done any commenting. So the one video I did watch recently was Joe over Big Sky Model Workshop. Posted about growth and organization in your hobby room, which Jason over at KRD, Klein Race Car Designs, posed to the community. So I seen Joe's response. Great response, Joe. Some great ideas there as well. Joe's new shop is looking really good. So one thing I got from his video was just the shelving part. I really need to get going on my shelves for my kits because they're starting to stack up. As you can see right over here, these are all the recent kits that I've gotten, and they're just sitting on a chair. So I've got to do something with those. I've got to start building some shelves, or just buying the Walmart cheap plastic shelves would also work. They come in different widths and heights. So anyways, that's that. I guess I'm just going to quickly take to show you some of the things I use to organize. So this is my pegboard. As you can see, I've got all my sprue, my long stuff. I got tons of model car garage sets. So up top here would be like certain car sets, and then detailing items. And then all over on this side is 3D stuff, 3D tires. Obviously those are not ProTech stuff down here. But that's where I keep that stuff. It's out of the way, I can see it. And there's lots of room there for more stuff to go. My wife wouldn't think that I need more stuff, but you know how it is. Once you go onto the website, you're like, ooh, yeah, I like that. Okay. Anyways, so here's my, so I got one of these nut and bolt, well, not one, but I got a bunch of these nut and bolt containers. So this one is all tires. These are all kit tires, old kit tire that I never used. So these are all just full. I just reorganized this, so I gotta go and relabel everything. I've also got tires in these totes here, my gloves, shop cards, and envelopes. And then over here is all rims. So I've got these all organized and labeled. Just tons of rims. I go through these all the time and see what looks good on a car. And then these two here, these are all parts. So I just went through and organized all these and labeled them. So just all sorts of parts. Once you finish building a kit, I'll throw the extra parts in here. So there's obviously lots of room in these for more parts and more parts. So that's what I have currently. And then in here I have some engine kits, full engine kits, all in there. So that's that. This is kind of my side desk. Some of my projects that I'm kind of on the back burner. And then currently working on these on the box stock group build. And then this is my main desk here. So I need more paint racks. Getting a little full. I got some of my spray bombs in the back here. All my thinners and stuff like that are back there. Clear coats, Vallejo stuff. To me, that's all that. And then I have this little makeup holder thing I got really cheap at the Winners. So I keep a bunch of stuff in there, like my glues and a couple paints. Markers. On this side I have another one of these holders. Just keep my clips, my sanding sticks, extra box cutters, some big tools, rulers, stuff like that. And then over on this side I bought this paint brush holder, so you can see all the paint brushes I have on there, and I still have a lot of room for more. Not that I need them at this moment. And then I just have my glues in the front, and then the stuff that I need is right beside my desk, my mat. So these glues here, my drills, which I use quite often, are here as well. And then I have this little carousel here to keep all these types of tools, cutters, tweezers. Oh, there's more tweezers in here. I have a big bin of it in here of tweezers, the smaller kind. And then all these drawers here, these are all Decals. So they're all labeled Mopar, Chevy. So a lot of my older kits, I would take the Decals out and I would put them in these drawers so they didn't get ruined in the kits themselves, in the boxes. Sometimes, whatever, moving around and stuff, you gotta try and preserve that stuff. So as kind of like organization, I have these kits that I'm working on. So I keep the boxes here. Still haven't finished my USAC build from last year. The funny cars under there. And then the Chevelle waiting on some polish. And this one isn't even started. I think I did the panel lines on that one. So that's part of my organization of what kits I'm building. And then underneath my desk, I've got these bins. So I got these from Walmart. And I have just all sorts of stuff in here. So all my wiring stuff is in this one. Weathering kit, polishing stuff down there, just extra parts in here, interior stuff, flocking and whatnot, more bunch of extra stuff like mesh, drills, all sorts of stuff in there for detailing. Some of my engine, full engine kits are in those containers. This one is any used photo etch half-used kits that I've used. Some dry transfers are in there as well. Diorama stuff and more styrene. Same thing down there. A bunch of painting containers and gloves. All my old directions. And there's some other miscellaneous stuff in there. And then I bought these cutlery trays to fit underneath here. Got more stuff in there. All my markers fit in here. And then I just have these bins down here that are full of my, for polishing. Those two bins there. All my polishing stuff is there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I'll bring it over to the paint booth. So this is a paint booth, a little bit dirty in here. Just keep some holders and whatnot up there in my cleaners. And then in these, I got these totes. They're stackable totes. Airbrush stuff is in here, the top, and then all these are all spray bomb stuff, and my 2K, some miscellaneous stuff in there. So yeah, that's how we keep everything. So that's how it looks. Got a bunch of boxes there I need to go through and get rid of. For some reason I like to keep them just in case I have to ship something. But yeah, I probably don't need half of those, so I should probably recycle them. So yeah, that's pretty much how I organize, and I've got a little bit of room for growth, because as you know, I'll just get you guys flipped around here. As you know, we buy a lot of stuff. Well, at least I do. I know a lot of other guys do that I follow their channels. The stash is growing, the parts are growing, the 3D stuff is non-stop. I've taken a bit of a break from buying the 3D stuff. I've got quite a bit of stuff now that I need to use and put into some of my builds. So I've kind of held off buying some of that stuff for a little bit. So yeah, hopefully you guys can get some ideas out of what I've showed today or tonight, and hope everyone's doing well. And Pat out, mod on.
Thank you very much.